Get exclusive music podcasts from Viva Nation Radio, now available on the My Times Live app.
On the Air with Taz on vivanationradio.net, 12 to 1 p.m.
Hello, Taz.
Hi, good morning, Itu. Good afternoon, Itu.
How are you doing? It does feel like the morning, hey?
It does, but it's been such a rush.
All right, awesome.
It's good to be back in studio with you.
It's good to be back with you.
So to everybody's listening, I have to
Yes.
say this. To everyone that's listening, we had to give Itu a moment so he could get into spirit mode. He could get centered for the show.
But you know why, Taz? Because your show is so... Like, I wonder what it's like being in your body, because so much happens. So I get to get prepared because I know that your show just comes with so much emotion, people's emotions, feelings, and all of that stuff.
But that's what I love about what I do. You get to connect with people, you get to empower people, and you also get to heal people, you know. So I love what I do.
Okay, it's incredible. So Taz, this year is the leap year. Please tell us about the leap year.
Not only is it a leap year, I see that Viva Nation is doing a leap year campaign.
Yes.
You know, it's Leap to Viva Nation TV. Yes. So keeping in line with the theme for this month with the organization, we are going to talk about the leap year. You know, many people have a misconception, and I think yourself included, that the leap year might be a negative year.
We are scared of the leap year.
Why?
Because, you know, people always ask, like, let me speak for myself. Most of us are scared of what we don't know or what we don't understand, you know, and it's good to be around people like yourself who can demystify those things.
And I think that's a good word, demystify. You know, a leap year is actually a very positive energy. When we take the number 2 and 9, it gives us a number 11. 11 is a master number, all right?
Master number.
It is a number that is about awakening and spiritual enlightenment. It's a number about, you know, that represents strength. So when we look at the leap year, we look at the energy of strength. And a lot of people forget that, you know, numbers and energies align to give us that that boost in power, that boost in energy, right? So when we look at the leap year, it is actually a very powerful year for you to set goals. It's a powerful year for you to actually manifest what you want. So now we're not only sitting with the positive, which is the leap year. We are very blessed with 2024 being a number 8 year. But before I go to number 8, I want to say, you know, with the number 11, it is also a very, very strong number for grounding. It is a strong number for release and for allowing yourself to detoxify.
Okay.
Right. So when we look at the leap year, we look at change, we look at strength, we look at success.
Yes.
Now we look at the year number 8, which is, 2024 when added up gives us the number 8. And it is also a very strong year in terms of vibration, in terms of abundance, in terms of power.
Yes.
So now we've got the leap year, which is strength. We've got the number 8, which is abundance and success.
Okay.
We've also now been blessed with the year of the dragon.
Yes.
Right. So the year of the dragon brings with it also another powerful element of the balance of the masculine energy with the yin and yang. So when we look at all of this combined, it has created a pyramid.
Okay.
We've got 3 energies that have created a pyramid that can only give us what we put out. So if you put out strength and you put on, strong goals and you put out positivity, you are going to attract success.
Okay.
But if you're going to put out anxiety and negative and stress and fear and all of those, heavy emotions, you are going to attract only energies that are going to bring you down. So when we look at this year 2024, we have such a beautiful alignment, but people are not using it to their advantage. They are still very scattered in what they want. They're very confused in what they want. And I always talk about the word manifestation. Right? So now if we have the power of the numbers, if we have the power of the leap year and the number 8 and the year of the dragon in our favor and creating this pyramid, why not sit down and say, right, these are my goals for the year. Let go of all the fear and anxiety. these are the goals that I have for the year, and these are the steps that I want to take to reach those goals, and start focusing on those steps. We're so, big on the goal. I want a new job. I want a house. I want a new. You're so focused and invested on the big picture that you don't look at what do I need to do to get to that point.
100%.
Right? And that's where the work comes in, is we start looking at the steps, we start working at it, and we be intentional about it. You cannot say I want X, Y, and Z and then sit back and wait for things to happen. You need to say I need X, Y, and Z, but I am going to put in the effort, and I am going to align myself with everything necessary to get to that level, right? So when we look at manifestation, it's not just saying I want. It's about I want this. This is what I'm going to do to get there. I'm sure yourself included it too.
Yeah.
You've set goals for this.
Yes,
year,
definitely.
right? And you've set big goals, especially with the business element.
Yes.
Right? Now you need to say, right, I want this business to work. It has been frustrating me. Last year was quite challenging.
Yes.
But what is different this year? The difference is I am blessed with such a strong alignment. I am now going to use that energy in my favor, and I'm going to apply my energy to it.
Okay.
Right. So when we talk about, and I know the theme for Viva Nation is Leap to Viva Nation.
Leap to Viva Nation.
Leap to Viva Nation. But it is a powerful statement, because people need to realize that February is a month of change.
Yeah.
Right. We talk about setting intentions, or people starting the new year and saying these are the things that I want to work towards. Start now. Some people actually say to me, "Oh, I did not set any goals yet. What do I do?" Nothing stops you. You can start setting goals in March, in April, in June. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new beginning, right? Don't look at time past and say, "Oh, well, I didn't do anything. Now it's too late." No. You have a chance. And I say this to clients all the time. Press the reset button.
It's never too late to press the reset button.
It's never too late to press the reset button. I had a conversation with somebody this morning, and she said to me, "Taz, I made so many mistakes when I was young. I came from a home where, and sorry, I'm detracting now from the numbers, but she said to me, I came from a home where women were not taught to love themselves or respect themselves. So I made bad choices." And she says that, I look at myself and I don't respect myself anymore.
Yeah.
And I said, but nothing stops you from change. You are who you are today, not yesterday.
Exactly.
Right? It is who you want to be going forward. You change today, so tomorrow is a better day.
Okay.
So it applies even to now the year 2024. We have all these beautiful numbers aligned. It is an extremely powerful year for you to manifest and get what you want. And to everyone listening, only focus on positive. Focus on what it is you want. Let go of the fear. The fear is the blockage.
Yeah.
Fear is what causes us to stumble, and we end up getting stuck.
Yes.
Right. But if you start working hard and you start really focusing and being intentional about what you want, trust me, with the alignment, and this alignment is very powerful, and it's not something we're going to see in a long time.
Okay.
So now we're sitting with this year that is giving us so much. But if you do not marry your energy with it, and if you do not align your energy with it, you're going to be the one that's at loss.
Whew, Taz, I love everything that you just said.
I must say this. I started this year
Yeah.
knowing this is what 2024 is going to give me because of alignment. So I started to set my goals from the first week in Jan.
Yes.
And I did not even get to February, and I reached those goals. And I was like,
wow.
okay. You remember, we both were just talking about I'm so busy and it's overwhelming.
Yes.
It's because I was intentional and I was serious about what I wanted. And now I'm setting new goals. And it's only February.
100%. So this is that year of manifestation.
This is that year of success. This is that year of receiving in abundance. But remember, it is what you put out.
Yes. So you put out good, you receive good.
You need to put out positive energy. You need to be very grounded. You need to be very aligned within yourself, because what we do is we allow other people to cloud us, right? Often we want to go forward with a project, or just say in your case, a business.
Yeah.
And then you discuss it with somebody and they have a different opinion. That clouds you, that confuses you. And then what does that do? It creates fear and procrastination.
Yes.
So my advice is, if you want to do something, keep it to yourself, work at it, and when it's at that point of release, then you discuss it with everybody.
Yeah.
But I can promise anyone that's listening today that if you take this advice, we are sitting with an amazing alignment, right? If you take this advice and say, I'm going to sit down this weekend, giving you homework. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to sit down this weekend and I'm going to write down all the things that I need in my life that is going to empower me. Not hurting somebody else, things that are positive and good energy, good vibration. You sit down and you write all the things that you want that is going to empower you and is going to uplift you.
Yes.
I promise you. And next week, write down the steps to
Okay.
gain that goal.
Yes.
I promise you, you are setting that ball in motion. You're setting that energy in motion, right? But I would ask you to do another set of homework for me. I would say, write down the things that disappointed you in 2023 or before 2023, things that
Yeah.
hurt you, people that disappointed you. Write it down. If it's a person, write down their name. If it's a situation, write down the situation. And I want you to write down what happened. What did that person do to you, or what happened with us? Just write and write and write and release. Because as you're writing, your energy is releasing.
It's releasing,
And when you're done, when you feel that I've said all I can say, you put, I release with love and light, and burn it. And you now start next week on a new chapter. You've released everything that was heavy and negative, and we are ready to now focus on things that are positive that you want to embrace. Because a lot of times, every decision we make is being clouded because of past situations.
Yes, very true.
Be it a relationship,
It's like we
be it a
wear
failed
those
business,
things.
we wear it, right? And we don't know how to let go. And that's another thing, is forgiveness.
Yes.
We don't know how to forgive. I'm not saying forgive somebody because they were right. Even if they did not come and ask for forgiveness, you're forgiving the situation, so that you can be released.
Yeah.
We get stuck in an emotion, in a situation, and we become the victim. But the person or the situation that has hurt you, that energy has moved on.
Yeah.
But what has happened? You have become stuck. So I'm saying to you, 2 homework. 1, you are going to write down everything that you need for 2024, and
Yes.
you're going to be intentional and you're going to work towards it. And the second set is you're going to write down everything that has hurt you or disappointed. And once you've written whatever you need to release, you release with love and light and you burn it. And I promise you're going to start next week feeling a lot more confident and lighter.
And lighter. Wow. Taz, I love that. Thank you so much. I know to all the listeners, you heard what Taz said. I'm taking that homework and I'm getting busy with that homework this weekend.
You know, I must say this on air, and my client is obviously listening. She joined me on a retreat. She was so burdened with a breakup, and she just felt, life was ending. She attempted suicide. Everything was looking bleak, and she joined me on a retreat, and I did all of these exercises. We did healing, we did manifestation, we did a lot of things. And she sent me a message yesterday. She says, Taz, I am now engaged. She says, all that I asked for while I was in Zanzibar. She says, we were in Zanzibar, on a retreat, and she says, everything I asked for, I got my job, I got the boyfriend, I got now the promise of this relationship.
Of the relationship,
She says, everything I have asked for, I've got because I have received. And it's about being, and I use the word again, it's about being intentional.
I love that, Taz. Wow. Okay. So wherever you are, you heard all of that, and we've all got homework. Taz has given us homework. So what you're going to do this weekend, you're going to take a piece of paper, write everything that you want this year to give you, and you're also going to write everything that has hurt you or everything that has slowed you down in the past. And then when you're done, you're going to write, at the end, you're going to burn it, but with love.
You release with love and light,
with love and light.
Because we do not harm anyone.
100%.
On the air with Taz on vivanationradio.net, 12 to 1 p.m.
Okay, so we've got our first caller, Taz. We have Ngamisile Mkwanazi on air. Hi, Ngamisile, how are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for holding the line. I'm sure you heard what Taz has been saying, right?
Yes, I've been listening.
100%.
Hi, Namisile, how are you?
I'm good, Taz. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, Misile, when I go to your energy and I look at everything, that you have been through, this conversation that Ito and I were just having applies to you. I see that you have started 2024 feeling, I need change. You're feeling like something needs to give because it has been very difficult. 2023 came with so many challenges that there was this element of fear that will I make it through? Financially, there were so many responsibilities. All right. So I want you to know that the goals that you have, you've got so many things that you want to accomplish, but your body's fatigued. Your energy is low. And I am seeing that emotionally, sometimes you just don't have the strength to push on. All right. So when I look at your energy today, the first thing that I want to look at is the finance, because I am seeing that within the organization that you're in, I know there's a lot of politics, but there is still a positive shift within the organization. All right. So don't leave this environment, because there were question marks. You weren't sure, should I stay? Should I leave? And you have put yourself in a position where you dread going to the office on some days.
Yeah.
But when I look at the organization, I still see that there is that positive move that is going to give you that sense of peace of mind. Because one of the frustrations is you don't have peace of mind. It's like you've got to watch over your shoulders all the time. But it is the team and the department. It's not the organization, right? So the one thing is, I'm saying staying with the company, you need to stay with them. And I am seeing the internal move, start engaging with your seniors or HR, but I am seeing the opportunity there. Then I see, Namisile, you were also thinking of studying. And with everything happening around you, you never got to conclude on the level that you wanted to. All right. So that is something else that I would say you can start off on a very small scale, but upskilling is important because you're very much a leader, right? You are very hardworking. And even if I look at the area that you're working in, you are sometimes doing two people's job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
correct.
So the important things in your reading is there is opportunity within the organization. I'm still seeing the opportunity for you to upskill, to give you that confidence, because what's lacking is you've lost confidence because of the people, the environment that you're working in, or the team that you're working in. You are second guessing yourself. Right. And don't give power to anyone. And this is to everybody listening. Never give your power to anyone else. Know who you are, know your worth, and see your own value. So Nyamisile, you are very blessed that you are still very secure within your job, right? But when I'm looking at the energy around you in terms of business, I see that you and your partner were thinking of doing something else on the side. And that is also coming in very important, because there is that element of success and additional income that is going to assist both of you. I see that the relationship did go through some difficulties in the past, but he does love you. And I'm seeing that both of you are trying to find that grounding and that sense of calmer communication. All right. And the problem was never the relationship. It is everything else. It's the finance, it's the family, it's the stresses that puts a lot of pressure on both of you.
Yes, yes.
When I look at your reading today, I think what stands out is finance. I think for you, the most important thing is you want to have stability. And as I said, your reading is very clear. Studies, the shift within the organization, and more importantly, speak to your husband. I am seeing the opportunity for a business that will definitely yield results. But I wish you all the best, Nyamisile.
Okay, thanks about that.
Thank you. You take care. Bye.
Okay.
To potentially be part of this show and get your reading, SMS the word Taz to 48100. 5 Rand per SMS. T's and C's apply.
Wow, that was a very interesting one. You ready for the next one, Taz?
I'm ready for the next one.
Khomotso, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Hi, good afternoon, Komotso. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you, Taz?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad that you got through, Komotso. I see that you have been going through so much of stress and anxiety. All right?
Yes.
I see that, 2024, although, I've been talking about what a powerful year it is, you have not been feeling that because so much has happened this year and you feel like it started on a negative note.
100%.
Right. But I want you to change your line of thought. Sometimes certain things happen for a reason. Right. Sometimes certain doors close because it was no longer serving you or it was negative. Right. When I look at your energy, Komotso, I see that you have been wanting to go into business for a long time. There's so much that you wanted to do on your own, but you were stuck because of your career. You were
Yes.
giving so much of yourself to your job that you sacrificed or you paused the business elements.
Yeah, that's correct.
But when I look at the energy around career, I see the rug was pulled from underneath you. You were put in a position where that job was taken from you.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
But that's the positive. That job ending allows you to now focus on something bigger. That environment was no longer conducive. And you were unhappy in that environment for so long, but you held on to that job because you felt from a timing perspective, it was not the right time to leave this place. All right.
Yes,
I
yes.
am seeing that it was a very unfair dismissal because I'm seeing your energy being dismissed. I am seeing a very unfair dismissal. I see that, they did not follow processes.
Yes, that's correct.
Right. So you are sitting in a situation where you are unsure whether you should take this matter legally or whether you should just close this chapter and move on. All right. What I am seeing as a positive is that this energy that was so negative for you has finally shifted and allowed you now to focus on something bigger. So the two things that are sitting very strong when I look at finance is I am seeing a new job. Right.
Okay.
Taking on another job is just stability, giving you the comfort of a salary. All right. You know that you are a very independent person. You know that you're a person that will never rely or depend on anyone. So having a job and having a salary gives you that sense of comfort that I am able to take care of myself. But when I look at the energy around business, that is where I want you to put 100%. That energy has already been delayed because of external factors and your job. But that is now ready for you to succeed. That is, in fact, I'm not seeing one, I'm seeing two business ideas, Komotso. All right.
Okay.
So when I look at the energy, one is more like a consulting business because I'm seeing it's a business where you're engaging with people, a business where you are providing a service.
Right.
So if your question to me, Taz, what does this year have in store for me? Because you are emotionally exhausted. I think, with everything that has happened with this dismissal, it has put you in a position where you are feeling mildly depressed. All right.
I am, yes.
I want you to walk away from this reading knowing that I am in control of this year, that I am going to succeed. We cannot give power to any situation and become stuck in that situation. You are blessed
Right.
that your business energy is absolutely solid and grounded. You've done so much of homework, you have done so much of research, and you know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it. Now, the important element around that business is do not go into partnership, right? Because that is something you were thinking about.
Yes, correct.
Right. And have you noticed that every time you want to go into partnership, the energy gets stuck? Things don't
Yes.
move forward, right?
100%, yes.
Because partnership is not the correct way to do business for you. So the positive is I am seeing that you are 100% going to start your business, and it is coming in extremely important for you to be guarded, who you communicate with, who you trust, and I think that's also the mistake you make is you share too much information, right?
okay,
So
yeah.
the business, I'm 100% happy that it's going to go forward as long as you listen to this reading. There's no partnership. You guarded who you trust, and you're very confident about how you execute as well. All right, because you are second guessing yourself that the clients are going to lose confidence in you. You need to
Yeah.
be sure in what you are delivering so the client can also have that sense of faith in you. And I am seeing you signing another offer. So there is another job. I do see that you were in a very specialized area, in a very specialized team.
Yes, 100%.
Right. So you have that trade that you can still use to your advantage. And when I'm looking at the energy around a relationship, I see that also was a challenge. That also was a disappointment. So I am saying that in terms of your emotional energy, you have to detach and you have to let go. So earlier on, I was saying to the listeners, the homework, one of the homework is writing down what has let you down, whether it's a person or whether it's a situation. And this applies to you. I would write down everything that was negative about this job and the dismissal and how you felt. I would write down the energy or the name of the ex, because you're still carrying baggage from your past.
Yeah.
And you know that there was no closure. The relationship ended so prematurely and so abruptly that you never got that closure.
No, I haven't.
Yes. So when I look at the energy around 2024, now it's all about new beginnings. right? And when I go to the crossing over, you sometimes fight with your ancestors because you feel like, why are they not there? Why are they not helping me? You love them, you honor them, you respect them, but you also think,
I always say that, I'm saying this again this morning, because there's nothing that I'm not doing. When I'm instructed to do something, I do, but then
Yes.
things tend to turn left. So I sometimes become frustrated, with them.
and disappointed in them. You
Yes,
love them,
100%.
you respect them, you honor them, but you also
Yes.
feel disappointed. Now, I want to go back to a word that you just used. You do what you are instructed to do. They have not instructed you to do anything. All they want is for you to respect them, and they are
Yeah.
helping you. This job ending in the manner in which it did, the ancestors have assisted you by opening a bigger door. Right. Sometimes we are so clouded by the negatives or what we think is negative that we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Your
Right.
grandfather is the strongest around you. Your grandfather from your mom's side, your maternal side. He's a very calm, very pleasant person. He was more like a father figure, and he's giving you so much of love. He says, my child, everything that you are and everything that you've achieved, you have done on your own. Right?
Yeah.
He says you have forgotten how to be proud of yourself. You have forgotten how to see your accomplishments and wear that with the pride. He says to you that I need you to let go of the anger and frustration so that you are making room for us to assist you to achieve. And that's very, very important that he said that, because he is right. You are stuck in so much of the frustrations and the negatives and disappointments that you are unable to absorb and embrace the positives. All right. I do have your grandmother coming through from your dad's side, your paternal side. She looks like a very strict lady. She comes through giving a lot of love to the family, to the children. She does apologize, for the challenges, because there were many challenges with your paternal family. So she apologizes for that. I do have an uncle that comes through from your mom's side. I do have an aunt. I do have your grandmother. So Khomotso, you are loved. You have so many ancestors that are coming through to show you that you are blessed. So
Right.
what I want you to take away from today's reading is you need to have faith again. And this applies to every person that's listening. Whether you pray to God or whether you pray to your ancestor or whether you pray to the universe, it doesn't matter who you pray to. But as long as you have faith that when I am praying, my prayers are going to be answered. You cannot pray and doubt that are they there, or is the person that I'm praying to going to help me?
Yeah, right.
You need to have faith that whatever I'm doing and however I'm praying, my prayers are being answered. And I want to answer that question. I'm being instructed. You don't have to do any rituals. You don't have to do anything because they're not instructing you to do anything, right? So you're going to walk away from today's reading with renewed faith. You're going to walk away from today's reading with confidence in yourself, right, for your business. And I want you to give 100% to the business. And I want you to let go of the anger that you carry towards this organization. They were not right.
Yeah.
But you are not going to get stuck in that situation because you have bigger opportunities to focus on. And I am seeing you getting a job. So I want you to walk away with that strength. I want you to walk away with confidence, and I want you to focus only on what you want this year. Khomotso, you have not failed and you have not lost.
Awesome.
The doors of change has opened in your favor.
Yeah, and I believe that.
I wish you all the best, Khomotso.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm so pleased that you managed to connect with us. And I think this, reading was so important for so many listeners out there that are connecting with us, that we forget how to pause and how to respect and how to regain that faith again. Because as we both were saying, you fight with your ancestors because you just feel, where are they? But we are not seeing the little things that they are doing on a daily basis. Is there anything you'd like to say to your ancestors, especially your grandfather, who's so strong by your side?
I'd like to say he must just forgive me for everything that I've done wrong to him by not, probably listening to him when he's trying to guide me, by not, understanding his ways of doing things. And I'm truly apologetic. I want him to be part of my life. I want him to be my guardian angel always. And wherever I'm going wrong, he should be the protector. He should, guide me in, on a daily basis.
Your grandfather's very emotional when you speak. He says to you, firstly, you do not need to apologize. You are my child.
Yeah.
He says to you, I'm walking with you every single day. He says you become so frustrated that you don't feel the presence. You become so frustrated that you disconnect. And he says that I hope that today you understand that you are loved, that you are supported. I hope that today you understand that you have all of us behind
Yeah.
you. You are not alone. And that's also important. You have been feeling alone for a long time.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks. That truly makes me at ease. I really appreciate it.
It's an absolute pleasure. I wish you all the best, Komotso. And remember, 2024 is your year.
Thank you so much, Taz.
On the air with Taz on vivanationradio.net, 12 to 1 p.m.
Log on to www.vivanationradio.net, your 24-hour urban and African music online radio station.
Sure, Taz, time flies when you're on your show.
Time flies. And I also like to give so much to the caller that I don't realize the time that I've
Yeah.
we are really getting into it at Viva Nation TV.
True.
The next season of On the Couch with Taz has now started. So we did put out a competition where, guests could be, writing up about
Yes.
why they feel they should be the next guest, and we have started selecting people to be on the couch. So Viva Nation has two shows going. One is On Air with Taz,
Yes.
and On the Couch with Taz. On the Couch with Taz is a proper recording. We're on season 4 now, and
Wow.
a guest gets to sit on the couch and have a full reading. And obviously we have now On Air with Taz, which we've recommenced. We are giving away another competition, or there's another competition that's running with Viva Nation, to a lucky listener. Maybe you want to talk about it.
Oh, is it? The listener can get a free reading with you, right?
Yes, but it's, Viva Nation is running this Leap to Viva
Yes.
Nation. So because it is a leap a year, and February being, such a auspicious time, Viva Nation wants to give away some competitions. So I know there's lots of things happening on air. There's lots of other shows that are doing giveaways. But for On Air with Taz, to anyone that's listening that would like to be a guest on the show On Air with Taz, please write up so that or subscribe so
To
that
Viva Nation so they can get all your episodes, right? And also, for people to enter this competition, they need to make a video sharing their leap year stories, traditions, or superstitions, and tag @VivaNation_TV. That's at @VivaNation_TV, at VivaNation, and Taz Singh at Taz Singh 4 to stand a chance to win a reading on air with Taz. That is the competition right now.
Okay, so to enter the competition to be on air with Taz, they have to then share a video
Yes.
of their leap year stories,
Yes.
traditions, or that's going to be interesting.
That's going to be interesting.
That's going to be good. I
Yes,
know
I
one
can't wait.
superstition is that some people believe that in the leap year, the
Yeah.
lady needs to propose to the guy.
Wow. Okay. I hope my girlfriend's listening. That the lady needs to propose. But yeah, and
I've heard that superstition.
yeah, so the campaign entries run from the 15th to the 23rd of Feb. And yeah, man, I just hope everybody just enters. They must just throw their videos at us, and yeah, we'll put them on they'll be on our social media, and then we'll choose the best ones, and then they win a reading with you.
Maybe we can choose 3.
Yes.
I'm always giving away.
100%. That's Taz in the festive spirit. But Taz, you've run out of time right now.
We'll be back next week.
We'll definitely be back next week. So yeah, man, Taz will be back next week.
To potentially be part of this show and get your reading, SMS the word Taz to 48100. 5 Rand per SMS. T's and C's apply.
Get exclusive music podcasts from Viva Nation Radio, now available on the My Times Live app.